Welcome to Queen Victoria's School Insights, a series of short podcasts delivered by Forces Children Scotland thanks to funding from the Armed Forces Covenant Fund Trust. These podcasts have been co-produced with pupils from Queen Victoria's School, which is a boarding school for children and young people from armed forces and veteran families. These podcasts' primary aim is to help young people who are about to join Queen Victoria's School and their parents to provide extra information and insights which we hope will help make the move a little bit easier. It's also hoped that the podcast will help peers from civilian, armed forces and veteran backgrounds to better understand how life at Queen Victoria's School is different compared to their day-to-day experiences. How do we make this happen? Well, we're here with pupils from Queen Victoria's School to talk about several important topics. Okay, in our final episode, which is titled We Are Queen Victoria's School, we're looking at everything from parades, ceremonies to sport, to building a strong sense of belonging. So, to start us off, we're going to look at something called the MAD group, or Make a Difference group here at Queen Victoria's School. So, Misha, can you tell us a little bit about the MAD group, please?
The MAD group is a group you can join, it's your choice, where we volunteer within the school as well as in the public. This MAD group helps us join within the community as well, not just in the school, so we're not just excluded. And it's made us, the school, more aware to the people, people outside of the school and how we see it, not just how they see it from the outside.
Fantastic. And Eva, would you like to keep going with that subject?
Yeah, I think because we volunteer, it puts towards a lot of things for ourselves. Like, we have Victorian Awards and we have Duke of Edinburgh. So it does, volunteering with the MAD group does contribute to things like that. So it is helpful. And it also helps you interact with people within the school that you don't usually interact with. Because Mrs. Adams and Mrs. Sheriff are a big part of it, and we don't really interact with them other than the MAD group. So it's also a good place to interact with other year groups.
No, fantastic. And I think we touched upon it in another episode where we talked about, people's head out into Dunblane and wider afield for a number of activities, but it sounds like it's a great opportunity through the MAD group to really contribute something really through charitable activities. Is that true to say, Charlie?
Yeah, definitely, because it's very good to just get out there and leave school and just contribute to the local community, whether that be helping out at a church or helping out at an open day, for example. So it's really just a really good opportunity to put ourselves out there.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Anything else to add there, Aliyah?
Well, I just think it gives us and the pupils at QV the opportunity to speak to the public and just make ourselves known, because it kind of puts QV at a good light, and it's nice to connect with the people in Dunblane and actually do something nice for them.
And I think it really builds a real strong sense of reputation, doesn't it? Within Dunblane, there's a real sort of pride in the community basically too, but the contribution the pupils are making to that community. It's fantastic stuff. So moving on to something that's been a very popular topic throughout all our episodes, and that is the topic of sport. So, Charlie, do you want to start us off here by talking a little bit about the sporting activities that you get involved in?
So sport is a very, very big part of school. Especially in the junior years, everyone takes part in sport. So for the girls, that's hockey, and for the guys, it's rugby. And so we play rugby I've been playing rugby for 6 years now, so for a very long time. And it's just a very big spirit, because it's more than just playing rugby. It's also about being part of a team with your friends and being able to play with the badge on your chest.
Absolutely, and I think as well you get the opportunity to travel, don't you, and visit and take on various schools, and there's lots of competitions too. Is that right with the rugby?
It is, yeah. We play other schools almost every weekend, so it's quite good to just play other different schools and also meet new people.
Fantastic. And like I said, I think we have several members of the hockey team here. Am I correct, Aliyah? Is that right?
Yeah, we're all three part of
all three part of the hockey team. Fantastic.
Yeah, we all are part of the same team, and it's really fun. We don't always win, but
Sure.
We always have fun together, and it's just a great thing. I feel the hockey and the sports in the school kind of brings everyone together in a way, because it's just so fun. like, I don't know, like going down on a Saturday, like getting up, playing hockey. It's just like, it just makes like QV a lot more funner.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Eva, would you like to add a little bit more?
Yeah, I think playing sport gives you a chance to interact with people in your school in a different environment, because like you can all day you can just go like sit down with someone and have a chat with them, but like doing sport is like different. Like I feel like you get a better connection with people playing sport with them, because you see them in like a different light as well, because quite a lot of our team are quite competitive.
Yep, absolutely.
So people see us in that light, and I feel like a lot of people respect us for how competitive we are. So it's a good thing to have.
Yeah, and it also seems that, you're brought together through a real sense of shared experience and community and solidarity, and that must reflect on the performances for the most part, I think, for a positive. Would you agree, Misha?
Yeah, it does, because like, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, we all were able to go to Murrayfield for the Shield finals, which I think was really cool, because it went from all the way from P7 to all the way to S6, all supporting the same teams, all coming together just to support one team. And I think it really like boosted the team's confidence in a way, knowing that everyone was there to watch them and support them and want them to do well.
That's fantastic. And I think too, obviously, we have sisters here. I mean, that must be an added little boost there to have your sister on the team. That must make a big difference.
Yeah, like we do sometimes get annoyed at each other
Yes,
on the Twitch, because we just want to make sure that both of us are doing well. But it's nice being on the same team with her, and we always like work together from the same side and stuff.
Well, fantastic. And I think, I can't remember who it was when we were talking about putting these podcasts together, but yeah, rugby and hockey are the two big sports. But is athletics another thing that pupils do, or is there any other sports that are on offer to the pupils?
Athletics happened in the summer, so like hockey and rugby kind of stops in a way. You can still do it, but like it's kind of like not in the program anymore. And we all start doing athletics, mostly younger students, because we're starting to get into exams and stuff. But yeah, and like there's like clubs and stuff that you can do. There's like basketball, volleyball. There's other stuff as well.
Well,
so
sounds brilliant.
It's a wider variety.
No, fantastic stuff. So moving on to the topics of parades. Now, I think from my personal perspective, I never went to boarding school, and I think, I mentioned that in another episode, but as an army reservist, parades is a huge part of what I do. And I thought that was really fascinating when I learned that at Queen Victoria's School, there's parades, first and foremost. I thought, wow, that's incredible. But then I learned you had a sergeant major, you've got uniform, you've got rank structure, all that fantastic stuff. So I think it'd be really interesting for our audience to learn a little bit more about the sort of parade structure here at the school. So Misha, do you want to start that off by telling us a little bit?
Yeah, you start the parades when you're straight in P7, because when you come to the school, your class is a rookie, and then after you finish your parade and you fling your Glengarries in the air, your class is a Victorian, which I think for all of us was a proud moment for all of us inside, and we were all like really proud that we became a Victorian, because we didn't have any help from like seniors, so no seniors were like telling us what to do, giving us the commands. We all had to do it ourselves, and we all had our own responsibilities, but because we all did it together, we all like gelled and it came out really well.
Absolutely. And Eva, would you like to talk a little bit more about that? What was it like for you when you threw the Glengarry up in the air for that first time?
It was I think it was because I'd seen it happen, like we spoke about it and people had like told us what it was like, but it was like it was a very proud moment for like me and like my friends, and like my parents were there and watched it. And I think like just you in that moment you become part of the school, like you were before but you really are after that, and like people see you as like not being young and new, like you're like everyone else at that point, and then you like join the rest of the school and the rest of the parades, so it's like quite a good thing to have.
No, fantastic. And Aliyah, was this something you were aware of before you came to Queen Victoria's School, that there was parades? Was this something you knew?
Before I came, my dad was telling me about the parades and telling me that there was sort of drill and stuff. But like I wasn't like scared of it happening. Like I thought it was quite fun, and like in P7 I thought it was fun as well, because like we would do like little competitions in like our A's and B's, and like the school kind of just made it like fun for us to actually enjoy and not made it like a chore.
Yeah, absolutely. And Charlie, talk me through it here. So what would be the one bit of advice you would give to younger peers coming into the school that they're going to basically do the rookie parade, what would be the one bit of advice you'd give for that first time they're basically doing their parade stuff?
Is to make sure you've practiced, really.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be the only one to make a mistake, but we do. So we do practice a few times a week, and you are able to practice in your own free time as well. So just to consolidate
keep the head down and practice.
Just to make sure you don't make a mistake.
Absolutely. So moving on to the next subject. So I think, having got to know all of you, I think it's very clear that you've achieved, a huge amount of stuff, whether it be through your studies, sport, charitable activities through the MAD group, and so on. So I'm aware that commitment and dedication is really recognised at Queen Victoria School through half and full colours. So Eva, do you want to tell us a little bit what full and half colours are?
So you get them for hockey and rugby. So you get your half colours when you've made clear commitment to the sport and you're a team player and you've really excelled within the sport. So there's a big assembly that's dedicated to handing them out, and it's because not everybody gets them, it's a big achievement if you do get them. And so for your half colours you get a little badge that says half colours, and then after that you can work towards your full colours, which is a tie, which is you still get it for showing commitment, but it's to a different level. You have to stand out as being committed compared to everyone else to achieve it.
Absolutely. I think as well it kind of symbolises the pupils as real positive role models for the younger ones coming to the school, I think, as well. Would you agree, Michelle?
Yeah, because when the first time we had our chapel presentation and I saw the seniors going up there and getting my badges, it made me think in my mind, I want to be one of those people walking up there and showing a good example to the juniors and showing if you do put your effort into it, there is an outcome and you do get a reward for it.
Absolutely. And I guess it must be a very proud moment to receive your half and full colours, Aliyah.
Yeah, I was really proud when I got mine. I was really happy, walking up and receiving it. I do work really hard in my sports because I enjoy it a lot. So I was glad that I got them.
Absolutely. Is it the same for yourself, Charlie?
I've not managed to get my hands on any yet,
okay.
To be honest. So it's very much something to work towards, as you see it as a little junior that all the big seniors are wearing the big badges and they have the big fancy ties. So it is something that you want to work towards, and
absolutely.
It's a big sign of an achievement.
Yeah, a few more victories on that rugby team and you'll be getting your half colours, Charlie.
I hope so.
I'll put a good word in for you, don't you worry. So I think, and just in closing this chapter, I think, we've talked about, again, all the positive experiences you've had, the achievements, recognising commitment and dedication, the friendships that last a lifetime here. And, at times we've talked about in these podcasts too that there are challenges. We can't escape that. But you've got your classmates, you've got the staff and the wider community to provide that support when you need it, which is fantastic. So moving forward and thinking about the future, whether that be college or university or even the world of work, who knows? I'm wondering, do you feel your overall experiences at Queen Victoria School really contribute to a real unique sense of confidence and purpose moving forward, Aliyah?
Well, because at a young age I've been open to be independent, I feel when it comes to me going out into the world, I feel I can be by myself. I'm not going to be scared of going into the world being without my parents, because I've already been doing that for quite a long time. I know it's going to be scary, but I feel I'm ready.
Great. Oh, that's fantastic. Do you feel the same, Misha?
Yeah. I think I'm ready to go into the world because the school has made me prepared for that. But I feel I'll always have a place to go back, always go and talk to a member of staff if I ever need it to, even if I'm out the school. And even if I finish, I feel I can go back there and even talk to member staff, have a little catch up, and know that I do have support even if I've been put into the world now.
No, fantastic. No, that's fantastic. And Eva, you were talking about, throwing that Glengarry up earlier in your QV career as almost a mini graduation. So do you see many of these unique experiences you've had that will really provide that confidence to move towards the next graduation?
Yeah, I feel it'll be quite difficult to leave because I'm leaving a big part of my life behind. I've been here since I was 10. And
Absolutely.
I feel like it'd be hard to like leave my friends, but I know that I'll still see them because we will put in the effort. But I've learnt a lot, and I've learnt a lot about myself being here, so I think I'll be okay.
Absolutely.
Going out into the big bad world.
Yes, absolutely. That big bad world. It's not so bad. And Charlie, just in closing there, do you feel the same, that when you're starting to think about things like personal statements for university college, that you've got such a wealth of experiences here and achievements, and at times you can talk about overcoming challenges like the girls have been saying? That can only be a good thing.
I do believe that. So across my time at the school, we've learnt lots of skills such as independence and also just speaking to people. So I believe that those skills are really important and will always be used for
Absolutely.
work, for sports, for almost everything. So I'm very well equipped to leave.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. Well, that's the end of the episode. So once again, thanks for sharing your lived experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
Sue.
you.
Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed listening to our podcast, and please do listen to our further episodes. If you'd like to find out more about Forces Children Scotland or Queen Victoria School, please visit our respective websites or social media channels. Once again, thank you for listening.